Why innocent people plead guilty and what the system doesn't want you to know. Would you ever admit to something you didn't do just to make it go away? It sounds ridiculous, right? But every single day, right here in Houston and across the United States, innocent people are pleading guilty to crimes they did not commit. Not because they're guilty, but because the system gives them a choice. Say you're guilty or we'll bury you. This is real. It's not a bug in the system. It is the system. And today I'm going to tell you exactly how it works and what you need to know to protect yourself or someone that you love. Let me paint a picture for you. You're arrested for something you didn't do. Let's say possession of a controlled substance. You didn't have anything on you. Maybe it was in the car. Maybe it was your friends, but now you're in jail. You've already missed 2 days of work. You don't have money for bond. A public defender pops in and says, hey, the prosecutor's offering 6 months probation. If you take it, you can go home today. It sounds tempting, right? Because the alternative is fight it. Go to trial. That might take a year, and if you lose, you could face 5, even 10 years in prison. Thankfully, for many misdemeanors, you won't necessarily feel that type of pressure. You may be entitled to what's called a general order bond that lets you out. However, in some counties, if you don't post a cash bond, you're in there until that case is done. So what do most people do? They sign for the deal. They plead guilty just to get their life back, or what they think is their life back. What most people don't know is that there's a hidden penalty just for going to trial. I call it the trial penalty. And it means if you roll the dice and you lose a trial, you'll get a much harsher sentence than if you had taken the plea. The average sentence from a trial, hypothetically for a felony, maybe 7 years. The average sentence with a plea, 1 year probation or less. So the system isn't just saying, prove your innocence. It's saying, if you even try to prove you're innocent, we'll make you regret it. And when someone's sitting in jail, broke, stressed, scared, not being able to see their family, not being able to provide for their family, it's not a fair choice. That's, in my opinion, coercion. So let me break this down even more. People plead guilty because they're trying to survive. Maybe they're missing work. Their kids are home wondering where mom or dad is. They're told, we'll dismiss some charges if you just sign today. I believe it's psychological warfare. Prosecutors will stack charges. They'll add enhancements. They'll ask for bail you maybe can't afford, and they'll say, if you make us take this to trial, we are going for the max. I hear this. I've heard it. You think someone facing 15 years is going to take that gamble just to say, I didn't do it? Most people break. And that's why 98% of all criminal convictions in this country come from plea deals, not trials. 98%. You think that many people are guilty? Or are they just stuck? This isn't a broken system. It's a system that was designed to make you plead guilty. Why? Because trials are expensive. Prosecutors want to close out their cases. Police don't want their cases challenged. Judges want to keep their dockets moving. So the whole thing runs like a conveyor belt. Arrest and then convict. That's not justice. That's a plea machine. We need reform. We need better funded public defense. We need to stop punishing people for asserting their right to a trial. And most of all, we need to remember being accused is not the same as being guilty. If you're ever in that position or someone you care about is, don't sign anything until you talk to a real defense lawyer. My name is David Smith. I run the David Smith Law Firm here in Houston. We fight for real people, the innocent, the accused, and the forgotten. Because your rights mean nothing if you're too scared to use them. The system rewards plea.